You only play music you like, and I'm getting annoyed by it.
What do you mean music I like?
You only play music you like. Knowing you'll play freaking Amy Winehouse as the intro because Mark Ronson pops up, and then you'll play Gaga as the outro. If Miss Americana is not the intro song...
I was planning on it.
You say that now. You are calculating.
And we are recording. All right, so
your sticker, okay? Oh. It's you know they're in. You can talk to them about Fight Club.
Yeah.
They really stole that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Film Buds podcast.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah, I do.
It's literally the thing.
That is funny.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of that, but
what would you think it was, Henry? Wait. Maybe they don't know that they're ripping off Fight Club because potty mouth is you wash your mouth out with soap.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's soap, but it also happens to be literally the soap from Fight Club.
Yeah.
The fat soap.
Yeah.
That is so gross.
Yeah. Ugh. And this is episode 115.
And I'm Chloe.
I'm Henry. And thank you so much for joining us once again.
115, that's a good number.
Yeah, it's great to have you with us. And this time around, we have...
A little different.
Yeah, something slightly different. I think maybe one or two.
We did that one.
We did that tower.
We did the tower.
Yeah, great movie.
Which you matched with a wrinkling. If we should do a Film Bud's worst movie pairings. I know my best. You know my favorite pairing. Because I love serendipity. And I love that you're accidentally so smart. That's like a very Henry thing.
The Hustlers one? And The Big Short?
Why'd you think we did those two together?
Because we did.
No, but why'd you think No, that makes perfect sense, no?
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant in terms of me.
Yeah, but that's just on purpose.
Oh, okay.
You can't. I mean, right? Because it's money and stuff, no?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Continue.
No, Clock episode.
Oh, Hugo?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Hugo and Hazel the Clocknet Walls.
Yeah.
That's
two
my
great
favorite.
clock films.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was the dumb thing you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. The real reason was because obviously directors, violent tendencies.
Yes.
Oh, my God. They're showing Goodfellas at Silver Spot.
Are they? Nice.
I can't wait. What was I going to say? Oh, but the worst pairing of all time was Tower.
And A Wrinkle in Time.
Which is a good movie, sure.
Yeah.
It's a documentary of...
But now, that wasn't I wasn't joining them because they were similar. It was purely because...
Well, obviously, Henry, it was just stupid.
Thank you.
It's just... No, you had just... It's very you. You had just seen Tower, and you're like, this movie's good, let's do it. It's very you. It's charming, sure.
Thank you.
Henry, no one can accuse you of being calculated, and that's a gift to you, okay? You'll avoid cancel culture.
Yes, very spontaneous.
But pairing a movie about a mass shooting with a children's film...
It's unheard of.
That probably genuinely is unheard of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, anyways, we are going to be talking about two music documentaries. The first one is the new Netflix Taylor Swift doc,
Can I go?
Miss Americana.
Yeah. Oh, I probably should sing that song. Oh, sorry.
And then a retro
You
review
better play that in.
of Gaga 5'2"
Can I get this out of the way?
from 2017, sure.
I'm sorry, Henry. This is me today, okay?
That's fine. I think this is how it normally goes, honestly.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
People are used to it. And I don't mind it. It's just our dynamic.
Yeah. Henry, I got to get this out of the way.
Okay.
Because, I have some obsessive compulsive tendencies. Can't stop thinking about this. She is 5'1" tall.
Yes, it's not about her height.
It's about that song?
Yes. I know.
Henry!
I know. I don't like it.
And it's so close.
Yeah.
It's not like she's 8. If she was, if she was freaking LeBron James, fine. Call it 5'2". It's literally called Gaga : 5'2", as if that's the fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If she was an astronaut, you get taller when you go to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that from that video of teaching a 5-year-old gravity. That was over my head, but
right on.
I learned that you get taller, and you start taller in the morning.
Interesting. And then we have little bit of news like that. Maybe we'll talk on the Hamilton movie announcement. The huge.
Have you talked to Allison about this?
I haven't.
We got a huge because it's everything she knows about. It's Disney. It's Hamilton.
Right.
She's seen Hamilton.
Yeah.
Allie saw Hamilton with Lin-Manuel. She was there. She was doing that.
I'm
thing.
envious.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she worked hard for that.
Of course.
She had a full-time job in New York City, and there she was in line.
Yeah.
Every day,
Yeah.
She's living that New York dream.
Yeah.
But oh my God, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what they're doing from a strategic standpoint.
Mm-hmm. And then some other stuff we watched. Like, Chloe, did you see The Gentleman?
Are we not doing an episode on it?
No, because Birds of Prey is next week. I don't think so.
Okay, so we got lots to talk about that. That's like a mini. You got to put that in the title. Plus mini review.
Okay.
Because you saw it.
No.
You haven't seen it?
No, I've had exams and stuff due this week. I haven't had any time. So,
okay.
Yeah. I want to.
I can't wait to talk about it. Maybe we do it as retro then at some point in the near future.
Cool with me.
Semi-retro.
Yeah.
Oh, retro because it's old-timey.
Get it?
But it's not because it's now. But they look like they're from like the 60s.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry. Henry, how the heck are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
You look a little...
little frazzled?
I said that and your face just betrayed you. Yeah, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm a bit tired. I had 2 exams yesterday.
Aye, 2?
Yeah. And just a lot of work doing these days.
A lot of work doing.
Yeah.
How's the internship?
It's going well.
Yeah.
I just got out of that a little while ago.
Just got fired?
Just got fired. Killing it. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just
oh crap! I had a present for you. I don't talk about. This present is so overdue. It's not even a present. This party favor literally is what it is. It's so overdue. We've stopped talking about it for at least a year now.
All right.
And I've totally forgot it.
I can't wait.
Oh God.
But yeah, I'm just waiting for the new Green Day album to drop on Friday. So
can't wait.
Been waiting,
Mazel tov.
since 2016.
Whoa.
So
that's crazy.
It's about time.
Killer's gonna do it soon too.
Are they?
Whoa.
Awesome.
Well, we don't know when. Not that soon, but
it's coming. It's in the works.
And the title is a trip. And also the art so far is a trip.
Really?
So we'll see. But my man never lets me down. Sometimes I gotta listen twice and I'm like, okay, I see you, Brando. But he never lets me down. But also the band is deteriorated. So
right.
Shoot. Your father of the... No, what's the name of...
Father of all motherfuckers.
Oh, okay. so different than my second favorite band, Vampire Weekend's title, Father of the Bride, which is what I was thinking.
Not the same thing.
Say yours again?
Father of all motherfuckers.
I like that.
It's good.
Yeah. That album arc's wild.
It is wild.
But the title of the Killer's upcoming album is Imploding the Mirage.
Imploding? That's a good name. I like it.
Do you?
I like it.
You would. I hate it. So, but I trust my man. My man.
I'll have to check out the artwork.
Vegas. It's like Grecian sculpture. It's like some Call Me By Your Name intro.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Now,
thank you.
Before we get to it, should we do the announcement of the big
you
thing?
Do your thing. It's your thing. Do it. Do it. Go for it.
All right. Well, so now we were to start from the very beginning.
Oh God.
We had planned. No, actually, it's funny. I think Henry Wilkinson actually was the one to announce Theater Buds on the show. I don't think we never did. I think he did, actually.
People in our reviews have said, can't wait for Theater Buds.
Yeah. And...
Which still you could do.
Technically, yeah. That's,
hey,
3 is enough.
No, it could be like a holiday. I picture Theater Buds with like those candles from Michael's. I'm not fancy Yankee Candle, okay? The candles from Michael's are perfectly good. The mason jar candles from Michael, very seasonal.
Just fine, yeah.
You know what I mean? Very Christmassy, Thanksgiving-y.
Yeah.
Also because it's all the things I don't celebrate. So keep it to yourselves, but I can't wait to listen to it. I'll be there, don't worry.
Okay.
I probably won't talk much because I don't know anything about theater.
Yeah.
How about... Wait, I'll make you a deal. Premiere of Theater Buds. Next time Allison is in town.
That'd be great.
you three talking your little tushies off, and I'll be sitting here in the corner. I can be the moderator. Wow, like NPR.
Maybe we both could just let them.
NPR.
Just let them.
That'd be cute. But I feel like they.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But anyways, so
that should be the name of our little network. I feel like we have enough for
probably
a network. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Dot.
Well, we had planned on doing a third kind of spin-off show that would be around theater or centered around theater.
Yeah.
But this past weekend, we were going to record, but sadly, Chloe, you had a fever and you were sick and you couldn't do it.
I have no recollection.
You did. You were sick.
No, I know that.
Okay.
What were we supposed to record?
This.
Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm back in.
And since we didn't, I had the day off Sunday. And so I said, well, Henry, what are you going to do with your precious time?
Whoa, so you're welcome.
This was my first day off in a long time. I think since school had started back up.
Oh, my, Henry.
And then all of a sudden I was like, I'll just play around with some ideas, some artwork.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah. No, not Microsoft Paint. But
what did you use? Adobe?
Canva.
Canva?
Yeah.
Canva. That doesn't... I don't like that.
Sketchy?
Canva?
Yeah. It's canvas without the S.
No. Thank you. No, it sounds... I don't like it.
Well, it's done now.
Canva.
Yeah. Well, I started messing around and I said...
it sounds like a drug, no?
It does.
Yeah. Like a drug den as well. Like just both. Like you walk in and you're like, oh, that's that.
Perhaps so.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, there is a new podcast officially out there. Not recorded.
It's not.
Not recorded. The social media presence is there.
Sure. That's all you need. Like a fire festival.
Yeah. That's what it's gonna be in a couple months. But it is
You're Ja Rule. No, I'm Ja Rule. Because I'm just along for the ride. You're that dude.
And it's going to be a Buds spinoff, not Buds in the name, but it is You Don't Need Anyone. And it's a podcast.
This is dark.
Yeah. It's a
No
podcast
Man is an Island.
Centering around discussions, open, in-depth discussions of famous artists of all kinds. We might even do some interviews, as Chloe was thinking about pre-show, of maybe some local people. And so it's going to be a great time. And if you can follow us at...
You still didn't say what the premise is, if you care to.
Well, I just did.
Did you?
I said open, in-depth discussions of artists.
Yeah, but there's like
What, the season thing?
No. It's not just artists, though, no? Didn't you want to do ones who particularly came by it honestly? Like Mick Jagger, maybe?
Yeah, no, I mean, like... That's what I mean. I mean, people who have really risen to prominence and maybe come from unconventional backgrounds, or just people who have had a very inspiring voice, cemented their voice in their field.
Can we do Meghan Markle?
Sure.
Yes. I love Meghan Markle.
Clearly, we can. There's going to be some variety, and it's just.
So far, I've decided Mick Jagger. Love of my life. Not really. He looks like my dad. That's weird. Sorry.
He does.
Mick Jagger. Meghan Markle. First season's only M people. I'll leave the third one to you.
Okay.
Probably won't.
And so, yeah, please go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Those are all up now.
Yeah.
And the website is very early in the works.
I mean, a website already?
No, not yet.
Oh.
But the artwork is there.
Okay.
All that stuff. And so please go ahead and follow us. And that'll
Monica
be...
Lewinsky.
Oh, that'd be a heated one. Yeah.
She is an advocate for being nice to everyone and everything like that.
Yeah, as you should.
So there.
So yeah, that's going to be exciting.
3M. 3M, like the tape. Sorry.
Yeah. Cool. Well, shall we go ahead and jump in, Chloe?
I exercised right before I came here as well. I should specify.
Oh, me too.
So I'm you? No, Henry.
Very briefly.
Did you?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Did you walk home?
No. I just did some stuff upstairs. I got some...
You went up the stairs.
I got some equipment up there.
Do you?
Because I had been sitting all day at the internship, and so I just wanted to get the blood flowing. So
you have stuff upstairs.
I do.
I went to guest Henry. Not in a bad way.
It's not a whole gym. It's just like, a couple pieces of equipment.
Dumbbells?
Yeah, I have dumbbells. I have a pull-up bar.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I have a deadlift thing.
You have a... What?
Is that the long bar with the two things on the end?
You do not.
Pull it up? Yeah, I have that.
Pull it up? What
Yeah.
the heck are you doing, Henry?
No, it's
you doing squats up there? What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like the long bar with the weights on either side.
Yes, I understand that.
Right.
You lay down and lift, or no? You're talking.
No,
squats.
No, yeah, more squats.
You don't do squats.
I do. I mean, nothing crazy. I'm not squatting or deadlifting 400 pounds or something. It's just purely.
That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
No, I do not. I do a lot though. You'd be surprised. We should have a lift off.
Okay. Well, cool.
But I do mine laying down, like a normal person, where it could get you where it could crush your neck.
I don't trust myself
That's
when it
the
comes
normal
to
way
that.
to
If
do
I had
it.
someone else there,
Yeah,
I would.
Spotter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got my own gloves.
I do too. Yeah,
I don't use them, but my sister got them for me. My sweet sister.
Cool.
Because I get calluses and everything.
right.
But I feel like they make me look like it's that thing. I gotta watch Taylor Swift's documentary a couple more times to make me feel like I deserve to wear the gloves no matter how little I'm lifting.
All right.
Because I ain't lifting much.
Okay. Well, hey, you're
Like
doing
160.
it. You're doing it.
That's pretty good. 160.
That's pretty good.
It's not great. It's way less than Gemma. She's a little wood nymph sprite, right? But dang, girl can lift.
Yeah.
You should. Oh my God. Yeah. At the gym, that's crazy.
Cool.
How long have we been going?
Almost 20 minutes here.
No.
Yeah.
Let's dive right in.
Let's
Here's
dive
the clip.
in into our review of Miss Americana. And we have a clip, so take a listen.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me. Not get dead face.
Ready to do this?
Ready, totally ready. Throughout my whole career, label executives would just say, a nice girl doesn't force their opinions on people. A nice girl smiles and waves and says thank you. I became the person everyone wanted me to be.
I think that Taylor Swift, she is annoying.
All of her model friends. Too good. Going through guys like a train. She's too skinny.
Nobody physically saw me for a year.
All right. Miss Americana just premiered on Netflix and also at Sundance right before.
Oh, yeah.
And it's directed by Lana Wilson. And the synopsis
She
is...
did. Let people know what she did so they know. 20 Feet from Stardom.
She did, yep.
Great movie.
And the synopsis is a look at iconic pop artist Taylor Swift during a transformational time in her life as she embraces her role as singer-songwriter and harnesses the full power of her voice. Well, and I guess we should very briefly say we did talk about Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga on the Music Buds podcast, and so
Yeah.
check out that review.
Yeah, yeah, check that out.
Yeah,
check that out first.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested to hear what you say now.
And yeah, well, Chloe, what did you think about this? Were you at all looking forward to it, or was this just another movie on the list to watch?
I wouldn't say I was looking forward to it per se. I don't know if I was even curious. Actually, you know what's perked my phlegm, as the Schleifers say. What interested? I only became interested after our discussion.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
Because of how polarizing almost she is as a figure.
Sure.
In spite of herself, like just because people have emotions about her, and a lot can be put on her just because of how she looks and who she is and her music and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Well, what? That's true. Yeah. So after that, I was like curious, but still not big into it. I listened to, also because of Music Buds, I listened to her new album. In case you didn't listen to whatever. In case you don't know, I have not been a Taylor Swift fan. Really, it's not like a thing.
You're not a Swiftie.
Whoa, hold your horses.
Oh.
Hold it.
Whoa.
We might have had some big transformational shifts.
Well, okay.
Yeah, okay. But in the past, absolutely not.
All right.
I would say I had disdain, perhaps. I definitely still have disdain for her old music. I do not like it. I do not want to listen to it. It hurts my head and my ears and my soul.
Sure.
Not a fan. But my best friends growing up loved.
Love it.
Yeah. And then I liked 1989 pretty much. Basically when she started working with Jackie Antonoff, who makes some A+ appearances in this.
He does.
I love our music producer Jews. I'm sorry. I won't talk about them too much. They're not the focuses, but
No, you had to love the Jonathan Van Ness appearance as well.
yeah, not nearly as much as Jackie Antonoff.
No, of course not, but
I mean, I've told you, I'm more of a Karamo gal.
okay.
I know, but sure. Also, I'm annoying about politics, and Jonathan and I disagree.
Oh, does he? Oh, do you? Yeah, okay.
Does we? Also, they. In case you're wondering.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. It's a process, Henry. It's a lot to keep up with.
It is. I mean, I know nothing about him other than what I saw in this. So, than them.
No. Anyway, I'm not laughing at Jonathan Van Ness. I'm laughing at you, just to be clear.
That's fine.
And even that I'm not. It's just funny. It's a difficult situation. It's a world we live in,
Right.
Yeah, it's like how when you learn a language when you're a baby, super easy. Here I am speaking English, even though I have
Crazy.
no linguistic ability, but you see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No. It's like Gary, kindest soul in the world, loves everybody. He really struggles with that stuff.
Really?
I told you we went to that. I'm sorry, this is a tangent, but this is hilarious. We went to that. He and I went to that meeting because he's in the healthcare for all y'all of Hillsborough. It's like a big thing, and so then he was part of his little chapter that went to this big beyond healthcare, like his little chapter of whatever healthcare for all y'all was invited to speak at some literally thinking much bigger pool of people event thing, right?
Right.
And at that much bigger, like healthcare is one subject. This thing is like big thing, right? I'll just say it. Where are we? They were at like a democratic socialist thing, right?
Yeah.
Which is very progressively thinking everything. So at the beginning of the meeting, it takes way too long. Okay, I understand that's important, but it takes way too long. Much like me telling the story, I know. Be quiet. We should all just have name tags that say our pronouns, okay? Because going through everyone saying their pronouns takes forever. But in any case, my poor father happened to be the first one. So the person who spoke was like, I'm Oliver. Just sounds like a very, name I'd be into.
Sure.
He, him, right? And my dad's like, what? And I was like, you're supposed to say your desired pronouns, whatever, right? And he said, Gary, doctor. And I just, oh God! But he obviously means well, right? I was like, oh no, just say him. And I was even whispering, just say him. But he, he said, doctor. I said, oh God. But fine. Hey, you know what? Fine. I'm so sorry. That was very tangential.
All good.
But tell me then, in front of like 100 people, I said, oh God.
Classic mix-up there.
And anyway, he didn't even end up saying he. I said Gary, he, him after he said it. I said Chloe, she, her, because I said, now they think my name's Gary. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
My Siri just turned on. That's creepy. No. Anyway, we should go back to the beginning. Okay. No, don't worry. I'm not going to, but you know what I mean. Okay.
You're fine.
Traditionally not a Swiftie, okay? In recent years, I've liked her music more. Just like she started working with producers I really like, so that makes it better,
Sure.
And I also happen to think she has a pretty voice.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. And beyond that, You know what I mean? Didn't really look out for Taylor Swift. Was like, all right, I liked certain songs that sound, even on the new album, Lover, which I listened to. Is that what it's called?
The album?
Yeah. Okay. Which I listened to, again, for our other podcast. Was the first time I listened to the album. And I tended to be like, oh, this is obviously a Jack Antonoff song.
Right. Yeah.
But I like her composed too and everything, and I like her songwriting, and I really like the song Lover. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Swiftie now. Like, I listened to that song voluntarily many times.
Oh, yeah?
Had me shook.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Yeah. I wrote a paper on one of her other videos in college. What was that video?
Interesting.
Blank Space. I wrote a paper on that. Anyway, for like a film, I chose it as like a...
Yeah.
It wasn't about like how it looked and everything. My point is, I've always been kind of here nor there on Taylor Swift, which I think is kind of her point, or was her point, at least given in the documentary. Like, she didn't want you to talk about her personality very much, I guess. But I never hated her or anything, like a lot of people do, because I'm not going to hate somebody for how they look or how many people they date or don't date or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when you can see all the what's the word I'm looking for?
Just say it. It's okay.
I can't think of the word, Henry.
Male
Don't
counterparts?
taunt me. Oh God, don't judge me. I'm sorry, everybody. The unfairness for me not being able to think of anything in how other people are treated.
Sure.
Because,
yeah,
for instance,
of course,
to quote her, "If I Were a Man" from her album, which is a little heavy. You know, I prefer "If I Were a Boy," which again, that's kind of my point. Beyonce, I like that song more. But was that enough exposition for my feelings about this? Perfect. Anyway, I feel like we have to break it up into two categories.
Okay.
First, we should talk about the documentary itself, and then, because we're obviously going to go into how it represented her and then how we feel about her, because
of course
emotion is in movies and stuff as well. Plus, you know, whatever.
Right.
I want to know if your opinion has changed at all. I will.
We'll find out.
I'll start off this way. Sorry. Okay. Structurally, as far as the documentary, I think it was pretty well assembled. I don't think it was the best. It didn't make... Okay, so a big point of this movie, I think, that's really cool, is it shows a girl kind of becoming a woman and comfortable with herself, personal growth. Mm-hmm. And it's easier to show that because, first of all, we all know who she is. Second of all, we all have our preconceived notions that when they're kind of smashed in your face, you're like, whoa, point taken. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
And then, not for all of us, but there's a lot of relatability to that. And it's easier to see it when it's a little farther away because it's on such a big scale. Like,
yeah.
Like, I've been through a lot of things. Like, I think a lot of us have been through a lot of things Taylor Swift has been through. Even, like, the sexual assault thing, right?
Yeah, totally.
But it's on such a bigger scale that it's all what should be very clear. Mm-hmm. And then also, it's kind of distant, so it's easier to view. And so, then take in at your own pace as opposed to, you know, too visceral, which, you know, people can feel like things are.
Yeah.
So, it was about her growth as a person and how the stagnations in that and then the eventual growth and all this stuff and everything, kind of how her personality was molded by her career, right? Mm-hmm. So they went back and forth a bit, like temporally. They kind of jumped around, and I thought that was not conducive to telling the story very much. Like there were current time interviews with her talking about her past and stuff, and I think that would have been a better time if you're going to reintroduce something from way before. Because, how do I say? They, like, put the years, you know, very dramatic movie documentary.
Superimpose the
years. Like, it was like black, and then 2017, like, right in the middle, right? And then, like, 2019 to show her change. But then they'd go back again.
Right.
But not to, like, show juxtaposition, per se. And so that kind of muddled the growing up story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of irritated me. Or not irritated. I just think that was not the best form of storytelling. But other than that, I thought it was put together quite well. And I liked, again, and this is a juxtaposition between this movie and 5'2", which is, their purposes in doing so. And, I'm sure they're different. But the purpose in this movie now, I feel like, is very clear. Like, the goal was to tell a story about Taylor Swift, the famous person, and use her as a way to show, especially, like, the female societal plight and eventual growth, and how it's not so smooth, and how you shouldn't judge other people from you don't know.
Sure, yeah.
And all because there's so many relatable, like, the whole thing about being like, I know this might surprise you, Henry. I couldn't super relate to the, like, be a good girl and say please and thank you and be quiet thing, even though I do say please and thank you, but because I want to.
Right.
But I've never
You're very nice.
I know. I was always taught to be polite. But I've never had that, like, thing. But a lot of people do. I know personally a lot of people who very much grew up, like, if you're not a good girl, then, like, you're more than bad. You're, there's something, it's not even describable what you feel like.
No, I know what you mean,
like,
yeah.
shame. Mm-hmm. Which, I can relate to, but not nearly as much as a lot of people. And then that ties into also, like, all the other components that are popular with a lot of people, but especially amongst females. And, like, the sexual assaulty stuff can tie into that, and, like, not being able to voice your opinions and blah, 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 blah. And I thought those points that were really important to the movie were very well illustrated, again, through her life is unusual, right? But, like, when she's telling and she's crying because she wants to do this, so she wants to, when she's sitting with her mom, and her mom's the only one backing her up, and her whole team, who's all dudes, including her dad.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot say what you think, even though what she thinks is completely moral.
Of course,
If you ask me, morality is quite black and white, right? Like, she thinks that people should have, equal rights. Is not hard.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But, and most of the people across from her probably believe that too, but they don't believe it enough to think it's worth her losing some of her fans or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you really do see what she's been up against since she was a child, being told, like, you cannot say what you think, even if it's, kind to help other people, because you cannot do that. It's not your, Mm-hmm. Well, that was long-winded. And I've barely started.
Let's give star ratings.
What'd you think, Henry?
Well, I liked it. I think there were some parts that, some of what you had just mentioned, some parts that I really, really enjoyed and I thought were compelling, and other parts that I found a little tiresome. I think the last 25 minutes are the best part of the movie. Not only from a filmmaking standpoint, because it actually...
Yeah, easier maybe too, because it's all, like, real time, if you will.
Yeah, it takes more time in going into a single situation or subject. Mm-hmm. Whereas I feel like the majority of the film skipped through things so quickly that I just didn't have a whole lot of time to let things resonate.
Right.
And I think that if you are already super familiar with her
exactly,
or connected, I think it's going to be, you're going to start to phase out a little bit.
That was the issue I had with the Gaga movie, actually.
Really?
Yeah, way more than this. Okay. I could have watched this 10 more times.
Really?
I laughed. I cried my eyes out.
Really?
Yeah. And I should say again, just so everyone knows, I'm not like a Taylor Swift. I mean, I guess I can identify as a Swiftie now, but
wow,
only loosely. I still don't like a lot
there
of her music. I just think, doing her darndest. Mm-hmm. But no, yeah, I thought it was really fast. I enjoyed the pacing. I was kind of sad when it was over. I was liking it. I didn't feel bored.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't bored. I just wish that there were some pretty sensitive things that I just wish they had spent more time exploring.
Yeah.
And again, similar to how the final act plays out. I just wish it had been more about that.
Yeah.
I think that
it embraces the fact, perhaps too much, that everyone knows who she is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I think that all of the ideas that you had talked about of it being a pretty not only relevant but pretty universal.
I didn't even get into the eating disorders.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Very relatable issues that a lot of people struggle with.
Yes.
And I enjoyed all of that. However, I think that there were some sequences where I found her very tiring.
Her?
Yes. Like, for example, the scene
I found her very genuine the whole time. I'd want to be a friend.
The scene that comes to mind I cannot talk
comes
today.
to mind.
The scene that comes to mind.
Good thing I can.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. Comes to mind is the scene towards the beginning where she's on the phone with her producer or her agent and she's waiting to hear about the Grammy nominations.
That's the opening scene.
Yeah, yeah. And she almost starts crying her eyes out because she didn't get a Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, I guess I just need to make a better record. Yeah. And it's done in the way to where it's making her look like the only reason she wants to make a better album is so she can get a Grammy nomination. Like,
Henry,
cry me a river.
Okay, so the point and the reason they opened with that scene particularly is in a way because it's so ridiculous, right?
Right.
In theory, like, oh, she didn't get a Grammy nomination. It's not about that. It's about her whole life since she was like 13, and a girl before that and everything anyway, because that's how we're built anyway.
Yeah.
It was built on exterior validation. When that's all you have, they even say in the movie, when that's all you have and it's taken away or you don't get it or whatever, you feel empty. That's very unhealthy.
Right. I would agree. But at the same time, she's this millionaire pop star.
It doesn't, but that's not it's about mental and emotional health. That's not what matters to her.
No, I mean, I agree. That's what's most important. But coming from that position, it's just not as relatable. I felt, aside from some of her...
No, it's highlighting the flaws and the hollowness in what we deem important and demonstrative of value in life. She's the epitome, or her situation is the epitome of that. So
well, I agree with that. I think that it's more from a filmmaking failure, because I don't think that was communicated enough or woven together enough nearly as well as maybe they thought it was.
Well, it was the thesis of the movie, though. That's what I mean.
No, I mean as a whole. Then I think it's a failure. Even having seen what she gets to by the end, I thought that scene came across as so shallow and it just put a very bad taste in my mouth immediately. And also, now look, this is purely...
She didn't say she was upset about it. She said, yeah, that's fine.
She was almost crying her eyes out.
Yeah. It was like the first time she wasn't nominated for a... almost nominated for a Grammy.
What a tragedy.
Okay,
there.
I understand. And she does, I'm sure she does too, on a cognitive level, on an intellectual level, but on an emotional level, it's like, no, you're not good enough anymore. Mm-hmm. You're not good enough anymore, especially as someone, and again, this is why it ties into all of those values. I think it was really impressive that they nominated to highlight, and not in a woe is me way. She's been, because of her reliance on external validation, eating disorders again, which again, from the outside, you can say, oh, boo, because she says it's fine to be a size 6, I have a size 00, right? Mm-hmm. But from an external... From a lot of people, you could say like, "Oh, boo-hoo, she's a size 6. That's still sample size, whatever." But that's not the point. The point is, she's from an empathetic, she's starving herself because she sees one photo, so she doesn't eat that day.
Yeah,
it's that kind of thing.
No. See, those sequences, I had absolutely no issue with.
But you shouldn't need someone to be almost dying for it to be empathetic.
Well, I don't think it needs to be either. I'm just saying scenes like that stuck out to me as very just pretentious and kind of eye rolling. Like the scene.
Which one?
The scene at the beginning. I'm not saying all the stuff with the eating disorder.
She was polite. I don't understand what you're so upset about. You can't help. This is the thing. You can't help crying. You can't really make yourself cry, and you can't stop yourself from crying. She was polite on the phone. She said, "No, that's fine. That's fine."
But why care?
Because that's what her whole life is built on. It's not healthy. That's why they show it. It's not healthy. That's why it's setting the tone for the whole movie. Is they show her in her pretty apartment with she didn't get her Grammy or nominations, and she's like, no, it's fine. I just need to make a better album, which also shows she's not saying that in an obnoxious way, which I can get, but and no shade. It's kind of like how my sister talks. Like a lot of like Taylor Swift reminds me of my sister in a lot of ways. Because again, I'm just this kind of weird, like, I don't know. I was on crutches when I was a child. I got all this external. I lived my own life just because I had no involvement with anybody else, really. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like there's a lot I could. What I mean is, I had no choice but to be like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. Steal my crutches, call me a robot. I don't care. Right. It's
Yeah.
like that. But if it more like mainstream is, as it were, more normal childhood and everything upbringing, I think that's why why my sister and Taylor Swift, I saw more similarities. So like if my sister, just the reaction like, oh, I just have to make a better album. No, it's not. But the point is she just needs just that her whole crux of being good enough is based on like a Grammy nomination, which does sound stupid. The point is, it is stupid, but at the same time, it's how we all feel. It's how we all feel in different manifestations, obviously, but it's how we all feel.
Okay, and again, with all of that said, I think it's just more so a failure of filmmaking. I think that
It's just recording what actually happened, though. You can't.
No, but in terms of the overall how it's woven together, I think it's a failure. Scenes like that, I don't think that it is nearly as intricate as I think that they may think it is. I think it blows through scenes like that so quickly that they just come across as shallow to me. I thought that, and also this is not the scenes.
Well, it went back to then why she made Reputation, which was the album they were talking about.
Which I liked, but
that's not the point. I'm saying you're saying they went by too fast. They did that scene, then they went back to Reputation, the album, which is the album that didn't get nominated.
Right.
Well, she was. And it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But again, her response to not having Reputation nominated was, I just need to make a better record.
Yes.
That shouldn't be the point. It should be that I'm getting this message out there to people and connecting. It shouldn't be that here I need to make a better record so it can be nominated. And and again,
the whole plight is about external validation. I think that's shown through the movie very well. Okay.
Yeah, but
and
again,
it shows the limits thereof too. When it was too much, the external validation where she had to speak out, because again, the whole thing with the sexual misconduct thing was really the catalyst for her movement.
Sure.
Because that is where the need for external validation shows itself to be unsustainably unhealthy.
Right.
Right? Because obviously the least caustic thing to do would be to just not say anything. She chose to say something, however quietly, then he came back, sued her for a whole bunch, and then she sued him for $1, and this is when it set all itself up. But the whole movie is about showing that value and everything is intrinsic, not based on what the world says about you.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's difficult when it's ingrained in you, not only from when you're born, especially certain people, but then even more when you go into a field such as the music industry.
Right.
As a child.
Right. No, and I agree with all of that. It's just that I think that, I thought the scenes where it was dealing with her eating disorder and all of these kind of slut shaming
yes,
things.
These severe things. Yes.
No.
Then she comes across whiny because she's upset that she didn't get the Grammy nomination, even though her upset with that couldn't possibly come from all this other inner turmoil. Is the thing.
No, I think that how it's to me, I think how the movie weaves all that together is a failure because it jumps through things so quickly that I do not have time to process. Okay, this is how this connects to that. It's just going from one event to another. Her winning another award, and it's just like, and it's just.
What do you mean another award?
It shows there's all these montages of her accepting an award. It just got.
What are you talking about? There's far more of that Michigas in the other movie we watched, but no. Are you talking about the VMAs with Kanye?
No. But I mean, no, there are these
that
montages.
Was fascinating as well.
That was, which I'd completely forgotten all about.
She's a teenager.
Yeah,
you forgot? People still say I'm gonna let you finish.
Really, I've completely forgotten about that whole thing, which is a horrible.
That's crazy
thing. But I'm saying, I think how the pacing and the editing, I don't think serves the story. I think if it had been maybe 15 or 20 minutes longer, and it had injected more information and just more discussion about those scenes, I think it would have been more effective. Whereas it feels almost like, not that I'm saying this is what they wanted, but it just, that stuff comes across not nearly as deep to me. And again, also note, this might
be the same thing that we were talking about with her music the other day, whether that's right or not. But
again, this is purely personal, and I completely sympathize with her with all of the very human, personal things that she's dealt with.
That's why it didn't work for you. Not in a bad way to you by any means, because it's just the way things go, whatever. But I think it's the viewing it with sympathy versus viewing it with empathy. There's obviously a quicker jump to understanding things with empathy.
Sure.
The more you relate to something, the quicker it computes.
Yes.
You already have that experience ready to go.
Right.
Which is probably where we're coming at from different
And
viewings.
I'm saying, purely from a personal level, for whatever reason, I just do not find her a endearing, relatable person. I agree. I mean, not relatable in the sense that I can't get where she's dealing with, like, you know.
Why does she have to be endearing?
And because they are choosing to focus on this documentary that I didn't find, if she's not endearing and I don't connect with her on an immediate level. She feels very distant to me a lot of the time. I completely backed her when she was doing the speaking out against the representative towards the end and dealing with the shaming that she had done. But in other sequences, like the one I just talked about, with how it's put together, she felt very distant. She felt very kind of.
Well, it's also about her opening up, isn't it? It's not health. Like I just said, it's not a healthy. I doubt you would watch that and she'd say, "Oh yeah, of course I'm upset that I didn't get a Grammy nomination." She said, "No, I can guarantee you." She'd say, "No, Taylor, why are you upset you didn't get a Grammy nomination?"
Yeah, but that discussion isn't there.
It doesn't need to be. It's implicit. It's like in the end when she's having the. She doesn't have all the answers. That's the point. In the end, when she's having that discussion with, I guess, the interviewer off screen, and she said, "Oh, sorry, I talked so much." And she said, "No, why am I sorry?" She's like, "I said, I shouldn't be sorry for saying what I feel like in the house that I own with the money that I made off the music that I created."
Right.
It's such a true statement, but it's a journey, and it's double. It comes off both. It doesn't come off well when you don't have that confidence to just exist. It never works out.
Sure.
And a lot of people have that, especially, again, just because of society. And not saying that it's exclusive to females by any means or, whatever. But a lot of people, a lot of underrepresented, misrepresented, groups of people are going to have that. And it's not good. It doesn't serve anybody. And that's the point of the movie.
Sure. I don't think it communicated that nearly as well as as you may think, but yeah. I don't know. I found it very inconsistent with my interest and my relation to her. I didn't connect with it all that much with how it was directed. I think it could have been far better and resonated far more. I think, for example, even just thinking, it's not exactly the same thing because this person has passed away, but like the Amy documentary, that goes through her whole life and her dealing with these constant photographers, constant bombardment of people.
Which
and I
Taylor
think
Swift has as well.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't want to make. They didn't. She chose not to be a victim in this movie. That's what I like about it.
And that's fine. But I'm saying purely in terms of a filmmaking perspective, with how much time it spends discussing those ideas and with how many different perspectives, I think works far better than this, because it feels so jumpy with going from one event to another that I don't think there's the deep discussion as I think something like Amy does, that deals with not exactly the same thing, because that truly did victimize her, and but I
you
think
have a clear time span, and it's much darker. And now they did a post. It's almost incomparable.
Comparing it just as looking at a massive pop star who has had severe criticisms and intensity, and purely from not saying what one is better than the other for a film, purely how they go about telling that story, I think works far better in that movie.
Well, it's the story they're choosing to tell.
Yeah, and I don't think it works entirely. That's what I mean. Because they are choosing to have a spotlight on her, and I think they could have
as a human, as opposed to an immortal figure like Marilyn Monroe and Amy Winehouse. They all fall into the same trope and all this stuff.
Sure, but I think that they've chosen
tragedy as opposed to one ending with uplift, an imperfect journey upwards for the greater good.
I agree with that.
That's what it is. That's just what it is.
No, I agree with the point and the message. I think that it's just that they're choosing to make this well,
it's not a message, it's an observation of where she's chosen for her life to go.
Right. I'm saying purely in terms of they are choosing to make a story around Taylor Swift and putting the spotlight on her, and I think that it feels unfinished to me. I think that there could have been so much more explored and
what?
I think just more of what you see in the movie. I think I just wanted to see more of that. I didn't have time to connect or really latch on to her aside from a few sequences where other times I was getting really tired of her.
Well, that makes no sense, Henry. If you
Why
saw
not?
more, would you be even more tired of her? I don't understand what you're talking about.
But then those moments may have been more fleshed out, and I wouldn't have felt that way, where it's like, okay, even though I don't totally like her personality or whatever, I still love everything that she's doing, which in some ways is true. But I think that if the movie had taken more time to explain that point of view of how the public sees her, I think it would have been so much more compelling to me, because it just would have more body to it.
It's not about how the public sees her very much. That's kind of the point of the movie. It's not about that.
Then talk about that.
Talk about what?
I'm saying if the movie is more about her,
it's about her finding her voice, overcoming all these built-in insecurities.
And I don't think that dynamic is as deep as I think it could have been. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean by deep, though? You mean relatable to you?
No, I mean purely from a cinematic perspective. It doesn't feel as well rounded all the time.
Well, it's just because she's a pop star with this grandiose life, so you're expecting this cacophony of grandeur in the movie, where it's very simple.
It's just, I think if it had been 20 minutes longer and it had put more body onto some of those sequences, the big events that it's going through, I think it would have been a better movie. Not to say that I don't...
I'm going to need an example of a big event that you'd like more time on, because you're saying...
I mean, even just dealing with the whole Kanye thing, or dealing with...
They did that enough. There was enough of that. That was a lot of movie.
Or even more so dealing with the assault or the eating disorder. I think that those ideas are so... Not to say that I liked...
Henry, the whole point of those kind of things is they do not define you.
I agree.
They're little stepping stones. So why should so much of the movie be about it? No. You see the end. You see the other side where she's coming through those things, and that's what's made her stronger, okay? I don't want a whole thing about how... I don't need her telling me how she... you could see her... all her ribs and blah, 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 blah.
I don't need that either.
I like the sequence. You say, I'm not going to look at pictures of myself today. It's not healthy. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. That's perfect. That's all you need. That's all you need. Not to mention it doesn't trigger people, which is also probably good. Because that kind of thing is very real, I think. No. I don't need to hear about the sexual side. The whole thing, she minimized it intentionally. $1. Yeah. Bye-bye. That said, it set her such dealing with that, getting that form of empathy, set her in motion to then go and become the person using her influence that she has, whether she should or not, for good. And that was the thing. The scene she said where she was on her piano and she said, a year ago I was in court. She's like, I'm just really sorry to all the people. And I lost it.
I love that too. I love that too.
No. You need no. This is the thing we always come back to. You need you need explosions.
I don't need explosions.
Yes.
But look, I don't need an hour spent with an eating disorder.
So you just specified the two things you wanted more time on. No, those traumas.
Those were just two random. Those were just two examples.
You just happened to pick two traumas.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm saying
That's that.
Look. I don't want to just keep butting heads. I'm just saying, watching it as someone who is not, a diehard.
I'm not.
You sure? You even said you're a Swiftie now.
That doesn't mean I don't know. I couldn't tell you the lyrics to. I could not name all her albums. I don't know the name of her cats. I'm definitely not even. I couldn't tell you. I'm definitely not like in the zeitgeist. I don't know much of.
Okay, well,
much. I know the singles.
Watching it, even just comparing it to other, not necessarily the Amy documentary, just comparing it to other documentaries, music documentaries about a huge, big star
who's also just a human woman. And
exactly.
That's the point.
Exactly. I just did not. I found it very distant. I didn't find it. I found it jumpy, and I found it inconsistent with its discussion. That in short.
What does that mean? What was the discussion upon which it was inconsistent? About which it was inconsistent?
I mean, showing what we've been talking about, that how the kind of public persona will not define her, and how is still, even regardless of all of the status, she is still just the person who has dealt with these ideas. I think by the end, I think that it didn't resonate with me as much as I think it could have. And I didn't dislike the movie. I enjoyed many parts of it, and I was entertained. I just wish I had learned even more about her. Either just more time spent with her, not talking.
Even if she annoys you.
Yeah, because not even dealing with a discussion about her eating disorder. Just more interviews with her, and more.
No, but we're witnessing her life. I don't need interviews.
More interactions just in her daily life.
There's a bunch of songwriting. She doesn't have very many interactions in her daily life. That's the point. She's isolated.
But I don't think it deals with that enough then.
It's just not the thing she cares about the most. She has her mom. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Whatever. You see her with her friend, but that's the point is...
That's what I'm saying. So the ideas of her being separated, so separated and so isolated... And still being very much just a human being, I don't think it communicates that idea of her being so removed from people and not having anyone.
Well, she's not so. She forms a relationship a romantic relationship that's very important to her.
Yeah, I'm saying it doesn't communicate the idea of her being so removed from people and being so disconnected. Enough to where I found it compelling. It just made it seem like
it's not enough. It's not the most dramatic thing. She's not like freaking Rapunzel in a tower.
No, I don't think so either. I'm saying I don't think it communicates that, because from a filmmaking standpoint, it just jumps through things to where it's like, okay, we're just brushing through it, and it doesn't tie that in together enough to where like, okay, now I get where she's coming from. It's too messy. And it doesn't hit me emotionally as certain parts did, or as I think it could have, even comparing it to other big music biopic documentaries. That's my...
It's not a big music big documentary.
It's a big Sundance wide release Netflix movie.
Yeah.
That says Taylor Swift, Miss Americana. That's relatively... Yeah. I don't see how much bigger, a documentary.
It's not a bombastic music movie.
I know. I don't need it to... I don't need to be bombastic.
Her job... which is music, and it shows her doing all that stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not, like when we'll talk about the Lady Gaga one, it's a very different vibe.
Sure. And which, I think that they're within the same ballpark, but they're doing different things. And I'm not saying just because I don't like it as much as the Gaga one that it's a failure, or that it's attempting to do the same things but doing it poorly. I just, from a watching it on my couch, I wish it had stuck with me more than it did, but it didn't. There are certain things that I learned about her that I really respected, especially with her activism, so to speak, towards the end, especially. and certain things that she dealt with.
But what about the struggle in getting to where she felt like she could speak that? That's the whole point of the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
She wanted to say it the whole time.
I think that's the failure. It doesn't communicate that struggle.
Okay, I disagree. Firm disagree.
Certain parts do. Other parts don't. I would disagree. But this is just me from just watching her for an hour and a half. I just don't find her that. I find
she's
her
snooty, right?
To
quote.
I mean, I still think that having, and look, I'm not saying that a person of extreme wealth and status that I can't relate to someone still having very human,
being a human.
Being human. It's just that sometimes that knowing who she is, not the really serious things like her eating disorder. That's regardless of who you are. That's not all right. I'm not saying that. I just think that there was that I felt this distance between me and her. Whereas even talking about someone like the Lady Gaga documentary, I felt like immediately she felt more grounded. She felt more real. Whereas in this, it felt I felt very far removed from her. And whether that's purely a filmmaking issue or in combination with just her, I don't know. But I think there are so many other music biopic documentaries, even ones who I have no idea or know so little about them that I just feel like I connect with them more than this. And again, that
might be why as well.
And again, that's a purely subjective thing. I'm not. I think that there are certain parts that really work, as I said, but I think I didn't love it as much as I wanted to, and so that's all. And I just think that talking about her life and having that kind of be the main message, it didn't
in the documentary about her life.
Yeah, and that it's a failure because of that, because I felt like there should have been more just more time spent with her. I wanted to, even if I hated her by the very end, I just wanted to have more time spent with her to where it's not like here's 30 seconds, deal with it, next thing. It's like, here, let's spend more time with her in her daily life.
Well, maybe she gave what she wanted to give.
And I don't think that's enough.
For the story, which I think was enough, because it went through her professional life and how, and of course her personal stuff where they were intertwined. That's kind of an issue. But, I appreciate that, like, her boyfriend was barely in it and everything. It's Nunya.
I'd agree, yeah.
So?
Just compare with, not even music documentaries, watching just a biopic of going through someone's life and how little time is spent with a lot of moments. It feels so much more generic because the pacing is so quick that it just feels like it's blowing through things and missing the discussion. I think I think
the discussion is supposed to be implicit and understood through the viewer participating.
And I was wanting to connect with everything that she was doing, because I enjoy these artist profiles like this, whether it's someone I love to death or if it's someone I hate. I still enjoy watching just to get a sense of who the person is, and I didn't learn enough to where I found it underwhelming. And again, I loved the last 20 minutes. I wish that had been...
Yes, of course. Everyone loves the final payoff where the person's finally who they want to be, but they don't want to stick around or go back for all the messiness beforehand.
Well, I don't mind messiness.
Oh, there wasn't enough messiness.
No,
you can't win for losing sometimes. You just can't. And that's that.
No.
Especially, and it's in part because I think of her, I don't know about persona, but maybe persona, who she's determined to be by society. You really are either a Lady Gaga or a Taylor Swift, something like that. That's true. Either you have to be like attractive or like super over the top rock star. You either have to be desirable or like admirable in that kind of untouchable way. And this is a problem.
Sure, but I think just thinking about there are so many biopics that are made, either dramatizations or documentary, that deal with very, very important people, and they miss the message, the final message, where they just tell you parts of their life that I don't think bring that message home. And I think that this suffers from the exact same thing. If other people don't feel this way, I could care less. I think that's great. I'm just saying, watching it as Henry Faraday, my personal opinion, I didn't connect with it as much.
That's fine.
As others have.
I don't think you can deem it a failure of the production, the movie making itself, though. I think that's kind of
why not? It's a film that I'm
self-centered.
I mean, I'm not going to say, oh well, if they meant this, then that I'm going to give it a pass.
It didn't work for you.
Yeah, so that's my review. As if every review that we've ever talked about, I'm not going to say, oh well, it had this message, so I'm just going to give it a pass.
So this
it's
is,
fine.
oh, no, whatever,
I'm saying
whatever.
What's the movie we've talked about?
This is why I was saying we should talk about in the two camps, the technical and then the personal. It's all being intertwined.
And certain parts of the discussion is why I like about the movie, but I'm
not saying otherwise, but it's not propaganda. It shouldn't be, the movie shouldn't be edited to make her likable, which is
I don't think so either,
or extremely dislikable or something.
It doesn't. But look, for example, if we talking about like Little Women,
yeah,
very good movie.
Sure.
But if for whatever reason that filmmaking was horrible, horrendous, and
you didn't get that ending as intended by the filmmaker. So was it a bad movie?
No, it's a good movie. It's a very good movie.
Okay.
I'm saying if that entire movie had been, if I thought it had been very poorly made and ineffective, but it still had a decent message, I wouldn't be like, oh well, it's a fantastic movie. It's great. I'm saying that's going to go into it. Regardless of what theme you're dealing with, if it's a filmmaking failure, that goes just as much into a review. Not always, depending on what it is, but I'm saying...
Yeah, but fiction and documentary are so different, though, because, again, success in a fictitious movie versus documentary, they should have very different rubrics.
Yeah, but bottom line, again, they're both films. Has a director in the front seat choosing what to show, what not to show, how much time to spend in what. And I think as a film, it doesn't entirely work, which is okay. I mean, I still liked it. I still thought it was I still thought it was very enlightening in many ways. Just not a masterpiece. 5 out of 5 best documentary I've ever seen. I'm just saying.
I concur, obviously.
And even comparing it, as I've said, to other music documentaries, it's lesser than, I think.
All right.
It's unfinished to me. So. Oh, boy. So.
My review is you go to a coffee shop and all the teapots and cups are different, but not in an obnoxious, intentional way. They just are. And you go with someone you haven't seen in a good while, and you sit by the window, and it's cold outside, so the window's kind of condensation-y, but it's not cold per se inside, but it's not warm either. And you're doing your tea with the person. Yeah, you're sharing tea, which is like, oh, that's kind of weird for me, but all right, I like it. And you just kind of catch up. You're like, all right.
It's a 3.5 for me. So, whew. I hope people are enjoying our heated debates.
Probably. Imagine
yeah.
if Brayden was here. Oh, he'd agree with me. Don't worry.
And look, I agree with your reasoning.
What's my reasoning?
I agree with all the things you just said. It's just I don't think it works entirely in communicating that. That's all.
Okay. That's the
just
thing.
Just like if you were if there was a movie dealing with slavery, I mean it's not the same thing, dealing with slavery, I'm not going to be like, okay, just because it's dealing with slavery, it's a 5 out of 5 banger. I'm just saying, if there are issues with communicating the themes and the story, I'm going to say that, and that's just as much a part of the critique of it as the main theme. And not always not.
The thing here, I think
Let's get back into it.
No. If there was a movie about slavery where they didn't show any violence.
Which would be fine.
Well, it'd be interesting to see
Be a good.
how well you thought it was communicated. Not to mention all the historical background you have as far as slavery. You've read about it, you've learned about it, whatever. It's been put you far more than the common dealings and mental illness, emotional, I don't know, the emotional duress, perhaps specific to some parts of society that aren't discussed very openly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the crux of it, if you ask me. Is the reason it works for me and not you is because you're sympathizing versus I'm empathizing more because I have more, like I said previously, I have more of a direct connection. Like I can recall experiences
Sure.
in my life and people around me.
Yeah. I completely. I completely
So
understand that.
I don't need it all in my face.
I completely understand that.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, and again, I think that's fine. So it's not. I don't have an issue with that. So if you connect with it more than ever before, someone out there, I think that's fantastic. I may not feel the same way, but that's okay. I don't care.
Thank you, Henry. For
I mean, it's just it's entirely subjective. If you love it and someone hates it, if you connect with it incredibly, that's fantastic. It's just that if someone else doesn't entirely, that's not bad either. It's just what you bring into it.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yeah. We killed it.
The movie doesn't supply all the tools. Yeah, that's that.
Which I think it could have. But we're not gonna start. So, all right. Whew. That's another big one in the bag.
Wait for this one. I didn't like this movie.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. All right. Well, let's get into our retro review
Except I love Mark Ronson.
of Gaga 5'2" from 2017. We have a clip as well. Let's take a listen.
I hit Mark's car. I don't even know how I did that. Mark? Is it his car? I can't. I'm so sorry.
Well, I wish if you have a problem with me, just tell it to my face, not to my bumper.
Sorry.
It's all good. Is it bad?
Yeah.
I mean, does it...
My car's fine.
But whatever, but... It's alright.
Hi, you look so beautiful.
That's
right. You do. You look so fresh and lovely.
It's really the last thing I want you worried about, for sure.
I just can't believe
Nothing.
I've never gotten in an accident. But I can't believe I hit your car.
It's
But that was the accident, and I'm just I'm just really terribly honestly, I'm very tired.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hold that over you until the album's done.
Oh my god, my brother.
Okay, so Gaga 5'2" came out in 2017, as we said.
-1.
As we
Do you know how many songs there are in the world?
yeah.
Why'd they got to do that?
Yeah. And this is also on Netflix currently.
Yeah.
And it's directed by Chris McCarble. Mm-hmm. And the synopsis is, this documentary goes behind the scenes with pop star provocateur Lady Gaga as she releases a bold new album and prepares for her Super Bowl halftime show.
Whoa.
Well, this one when it came out, got some little
Was
bit
it
of
at
a-
anything or just Netflix? Did it, you know what I mean?
I think it may have just been on
Sundance?
Netflix. I
Okay.
could be wrong, but I think...
Random time as well. It didn't coincide with Joanne or, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Chloe, you already spoiled it, but what'd you think of this
I
one?
liked the intro shot. I said, "Oh, this is gonna be good," but then it kind of let go of all that flair. I think I don't know. Speaking of like what the audience has to, and I get it because it's probably really expensive and they don't own the rights or anything, but I did not see the Super Bowl halftime show, and so I was like, oh, okay, you keep talking about how this is the most important thing you ever gonna do.
Oh, we just had the Super Bowl. Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either. Keep talking about how this is the most important moment, important performance of her life, hands down, right? She said it like 80,000 times, right?
Sure, yeah.
And then they didn't show it. And I was like, and I get that again. I'm sure they didn't have the rights because they showed like 2 seconds of rehearsal or whatever. They showed a bunch of people running to her who are actors, which is kind of weird. But you know what I mean? But I was like, I have no idea how you did, ma'am. So I get it logistically, but as a movie, like at the film, I was like, guys, what are you doing? What is happening? You're assuming everyone in the world's seen this. First of all, won't hold up in that as a film itself. It's like, obviously, what'd you film like last year, 2 years ago? No, 2 years ago. What was Beyonce? I don't know.
Oh,
3 years ago? I have no idea. I don't really, it's not my damn. But so in that respect, already doesn't hold up for like, Anyway, but yeah, the movie again, opening shot. But that was my biggest thing. As a whole thing, she kept saying, biggest performance of my life, biggest performance of my life. And they didn't show it. And I said, oh, my God. So as a movie, that was a big strike against it.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of those balloons where you fill it, like you blow up the long balloons and you just let it go. It goes like that. Yeah. That's my analogy. Even though that's what they're supposed to do, I guess. But no, you're blowing up a balloon and then you let it go by accident. And it goes, dead balloon.
Right.
Yeah. Also, we don't condone balloons. But anyway, bad for the environment.
I agree.
Hey,
I don't use them.
You want a pro tip? Pro tip is if I haven't been irritating enough. You want to know which candidates in the election are really serious about climate change? If they hand out balloons with their freaking names on it to everyone in the audience, they probably don't care as much about climate change as they could. Hashtag Buttigieg, hashtag Warren. They both hand out those stupid balloons to everybody.
Sure.
That's a lot of plastic. Unnecessary,
Yeah.
Nobody there is going to say, God, I would have voted for them if they had only handed me a, long hot dog shaped balloon.
Yeah.
Side point there, but anyway.
Oh, yeah, I love you.
Anyway, the ones in Gaga's house with foil, I guess that's slightly better. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of that. But also, anyway, that's the small thing. But in any case, so I thought that this movie was not super focused. Maybe they thought they had too much stuff to work with. I'm trying to just pull out examples because, I didn't think, so Super Bowl thing, honestly, from a film point, number one, worst part, big, what are you doing moment. Okay. If they hadn't made her said it too many times,
sure,
then fine. Also, there were two things going on. There was the Super Bowl and the new album, but they had very different feels, which was also very confusing. Like, the album was supposed to be your most personal album and everything, and then you got the big Super Bowl, which is like the most consumerist thing in the world. And I get that.
Personal more for her, though, in terms of the preparation and the
I suppose. So. I guess. Yeah. It's just interesting. And it is, because it's just her personal whatever. Or it's just her mindset for a lot of things she does, maybe, because that's what drives her creatively and everything. She lives in the moment and everything. And like I say, everything is my favorite thing of all time. Maybe it's like that. But
maybe.
Like the juxtaposition there of the two things that were incredibly important to her, and like the Super Bowl being the most important, the biggest thing she ever did, was kind of weird to me, personally.
Well, I mean, in terms of the weight that you would have being just as a person being chose for something like that, as big as that is,
or like a Grammy. If you didn't get it, you'd be sad. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, that doesn't go into her not getting it. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I could see her getting excited about that. Anyone getting excited about that. If it showed her crying that she didn't get the Super Bowl halftime show, I don't know if I would have cared. So.
All right. Anyway, so. But I just didn't find it very cohesive. I really liked the beginning shot. I was like, okay, it's gonna be creative and cool. That honestly, that was my favorite part of the whole movie, was the beginning shot. I said, this is gonna be dope. And then it wasn't. Yeah. I mean, aside from me, I didn't really feel her but that's again a personal thing, maybe. They didn't show very much interaction with, because she does a lot of philanthropic work and stuff. They didn't really show that aspect, which I don't know if that was, I don't know where that choice came from, but I think it didn't work to the advantage of the movie. I can tell you that. And even though she was like, I can't imagine how people, like, because she dealt with a lot of, she has fibromyalgia, right? So she has a lot of chronic pain and stuff. And she's like, I can't imagine how people, and I feel that way too. So I could relate to that, and I still didn't feel it I mean, I did, but not too much, where she's like, I don't understand how people, like, I can't imagine people who don't have all this, deal with it, whatever. But they didn't offset it with anything. So again, just from kind of what you were saying, that was kind of, it wasn't evened out very much. So she, I guess just what they chose to use, given they had a lot of stuff. I don't know how long they filmed, but then they did the American Horror Story thing, very random. And she did not come off well again, which is like another thing.
Well, see, that's the kind of thing that, like, I agree with you. I did not. I think for me, it just being a star, that kind of thing doesn't really work for me. That kind of situation. So I agree with you.
And she drops things. She doesn't try to pick them up. She doesn't really say thank you. The whole Walmart thing, she came off super not. So as far as
I enjoyed that, but that was just more comedic.
She's just annoying, though, isn't it? To me, which is fine as well. But if that's what you're going for, which I can't really imagine it is, like putting her CD. You're talking about the thing with Taylor Swift being sad in her own house when she first found out she wasn't nominated for a Grammy, versus putting your CD when you're already ridiculously successful in front of everyone else's CDs.
See, now look, again, since we're dealing with these just individual people,
sure,
that stuff I found comedic.
But it was supposed to be endearing. Like, it was clear with the music and everything behind it that was the intention, and that's where I think there's a difference in evaluating it versus the Taylor Swift thing. That was just emotion. There was not music. It was very just there, right? And again, I think that was supposed to be a catalyst to, go through everything.
Right.
And it was very whatever. But this was supposed to be like funny. But I didn't think it was funny because I think it shows how distant she is from everybody else versus, yeah. So just tonally, it didn't work for me either.
Interesting.
Because she's like, and also, I thought it was, okay, yeah, like I said, I think we should separate. So as far as how it was put together, don't think it was put together particularly well. I thought it was pretty jumbled and everything. If the whole thing was honestly just a little more focused, like if they didn't talk about the Super Bowl, I think what happened was they're like, okay, we're going to make a movie about her making the most personal album she's ever made. That'd be probably way cooler. And then they found out it's like too much of a good thing. And they're like, oh, she got Super Bowl. They were filming while she got it, right? It was in the middle of all the other stuff.
Right.
Then maybe that's why it got all distracted and confused, I think.
Could be, yeah.
Because I think just about the album, especially such a personal album, whatever, that could have been cool. Mm-hmm. But then with all the Super Bowl stuff, we got all tonally confused and everything, I think.
Sure. Yeah, I mean...
so as far as how it was made...
Not entirely a success.
Weird tone. And also too much information that didn't coincide. Because it wasn't about her... life, right? So it was about these two events that happened to temporally coincide, but other than that, they had very little in common. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So because of that, and then again, the ending was a big plop because they couldn't show it, they didn't, or they couldn't, which I think probably they couldn't afford to show anything.
Yeah, probably.
But then don't do it. It's like they thought they came upon a gold mine and it blinded them to the fact that they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the things we're saying, it's more so just an emotional connection, I think. And I think in this one, I enjoy it. I find Lady Gaga more endearing and more funny and more grounded. And I just found her way of looking at things much more interesting. And I think that her feelings are more, not tangible, because there are plenty of things that Taylor Swift has dealt with as well that are very real, and it's just that purely from just watching it as a learning about someone, I enjoyed this one more. And I think I actually prefer, I agree that the filmmaking it's a little all over the place, but I think with how I enjoy learning about an individual like this, I think I just enjoy the more meandering, going from place to place, and just kind of getting the vibe or the experience with them, as opposed to have it being more of a trajectory, I think. And
I guess, yeah. I'm kind of an idealist too, so like the fact that I was watching this and I was like, but also to be fair, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, I am an idealist, so I like to get something out of it. And I guess it was just an observation piece, and I got nothing out of it. And I was kind of irritated by that, because I was like, I don't care. Like, she's not, I mean, okay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
sure.
I don't think she was going through anything particularly inspiring. Not much of a growth. There wasn't any growth in the movie. And I know that because from start to end, she said, everyone's gonna leave me, and she's being a diva the whole time. But also, okay, Henry, hear me out.
Okay.
She says on the phone, this is another thing, I don't think it was as genuine as compared to the Taylor Swift one as well, because she's on the phone with, and I don't know the ins and outs, this is just how it came off to me, with someone she works with, I guess very closely, who she knows has cancer, right?
Right.
If you're actually on the phone with someone who has cancer, you're not gonna be like, oh, so your cancer didn't spread to your brain like they thought it might, like all this stuff. No, you talk to her every day. You're like, oh, so the results were better than you thought, whatever. She like just saying these things on the phone almost for the camera is kind of how it came off to me. And then the first thing, and I get that she's just a person, but what I'm saying about why I personally didn't like the movie is because there was nothing growth about it. There was no real growth in it to me, just because I don't like just sitting there watching somebody's life, like, particularly, right?
Yeah, see, I think that's where we
you like the observation,
just differ more.
But I thought it was and she's allowed to have her feelings and everything. But she got off the phone from talking to this woman who, as we know, because it's in memory of at the end, but clearly, like, this woman has cancer and it's severe enough where she can't work. Like, she's in the hospital and everything, right?
Yes,
we know that much, right? And she gets off the phone and she says, I just feel like everyone's leaving me. Like, this woman, which I get is a valid feeling, but as the initial reaction, it just did not, I could not, hashtag could not relate.
Okay, well, as a kind of comparison, that's how I felt when Taylor Swift said her mother had cancer, and she said, and I just hate to see that, that makes me so upset because she's one of my favorite people. And so
that's totally different, Henry.
I don't think so.
I mean, no. My mom's one of my favorite people as well because of who my mom is.
Yeah, but then there's no sympathy. There's no time spent in the film dealing with,
the point of the movie,
with the mother.
The point of the
I think
no, her mom is always there to support her. Always.
No, but
always in that big scene, her mom is always there to support her. Her mom is her favorite person. There's a connection there. That said, a person should not be defined. A person does not want to be defined by their struggles.
I don't think so either.
So why should we talk about how her mom has cancer all the time? We should not. No, that's totally different, I think, than getting off the phone with someone who's dying, and say, I just feel like everyone's leaving me. That's super different. And again, that's just this is why I didn't enjoy the movie, the documentary, an observational movie about rock star, pop star, much more, I think, than the Taylor Swift movie was about a movement and a purpose and a common enemy of a lot of people by way of someone that many of the population has grown up knowing. Yeah, at least.
Sure.
But no, yeah.
I mean, that I didn't really have an issue with. I think that, I'm not saying
she has issues with men, which is fine. I just think it's weird it's not addressed at all by anyone, even though the whole movie, like when Mark Ronson left, I was like, oh boy. Yeah. And I get it. They're very relatable concepts, which is kind of, I think, why it was so jarring that it wasn't addressed by anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, well...
And also, she's so in her own world. So it's like, well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think from that I don't know if people brought it up, not even just comparing it to Taylor Swift, but I mean, why would you want to bring that up to someone? Like here, you have such...
If you care about somebody.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with Amy Winehouse and Tony Bennett. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, sure.
It was very reminiscent of that to me.
Sure.
Because she's got clearly some stuff. And they just didn't even talk about it. They didn't really talk about her. They did not really address her mental illness or any of the things she's dealt with. Which, how are you going to talk about who somebody is without saying where they came from, at least a little bit?
Well, I mean, it kind of goes back to her, kind of quote unquote roots with like the Joanne song and showing her.
Right, which is interesting, except that's not actually which again, I'm not a therapist, but this is just why the movie didn't work for me, is because it felt like a lot of, it might just be because of where this person that they nominated to make the documentary about is in their life or whatever, but like, is the album that was the most her was also about someone that she had never met, which is interesting.
Those scenes, I still found more emotionally gripping than a lot of the stuff in Miss Americana, but I think, again, as you just said, it can be the complete opposite. I think it's just...
I don't know what this movie was trying to depict exactly, because I don't think it was a rounded
I think it was just more just a slice of life kind of deal. I don't know if it was...
But also then it wasn't. Because then she has debilitating chronic pain, and she hates being famous. What'd she say? Fame is a prison. It's that kind of thing, you know? It's just like, what are we doing here? What are we saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I think she's a good person, very much so. I think she does a lot of, I appreciate her philanthropic work, and I think she has a beautiful voice and everything, but at the same time, but that's further to the point where I don't know what this movie was trying to show. So,
yeah, I mean, I think...
Even if it was slice of life, I don't think it worked. If it was slice of life, then I think it should have had a much tighter timeline. And if it wasn't that, then I think it should have been a lot broader. And again, I think the big thing is, if it's going to be about the album Joanne should have done, and then maybe the Super Bowl just made the whole thing implode. I don't know.
Sure. I think it just comparing it, just being about a 90-minute documentary about someone. Of course,
it also felt so long to me.
Really?
Oh my God. I was drudging through it. It felt so long.
I didn't feel that way, but I think just as a 90-minute look at someone, I spent about as much time with her as I needed with the things that it was showing about her life.
Yeah.
And so I think in that way, I enjoyed it more. I felt it not accomplished more necessarily, but as the film works better than Miss Americana, whereas I think that them being both 90-minute looks at someone, I think that this one works more as just a more lighthearted and more.
Well, fine.
No, I'm not that I'm saying Miss Americana should be. I should rephrase. I'm saying just that this being a relatively lighter look, I guess, at someone. I think it did that job better than I think. Whereas what Miss Americana was trying to do, I don't think it did that as well. And so I think I enjoyed this one more.
Well, it's a bigger undertaking, I suppose.
It is, yeah, of course.
I think it did a way better job at giving anything. I mean, I thought it was successful in its endeavor. So that's again where we differ. But
sure. Which,
but also with this, if it was supposed to be like that, like what's the Beychella movie called?
The what?
Beychella, the Beyonce Coachella movie.
Oh, Homecoming?
Yeah, Homecoming. Thank you. But like, just do that then. If you're gonna do this, just do Homecoming. Make up your mind. Just make up your mind. You know what I mean? The whole Walmart thing honestly pissed me off to no end.
Really? See, I enjoyed that actually, but
and again, I know I'm annoying with my
no, it's okay.
# feel the burn wealth disparity thing, but like, she just has no idea what's going on around her, it seems, you know? Which I know isn't true, per se, which again is a shortcoming of the movie then.
Even just showing her interaction with fans, I found that more genuine, I think, in this than I think in the Miss Americana. I think that stuff just hit me harder than what it did.
You think her appreciation for her fans showed through more in this one?
No. I mean,
that whole thing with the girl who won the iHeartRadio thing, she didn't know her name. She said, remember her name and give her 2 tickets, which is very sweet. But also, she didn't know her name, and she just left. Which, again, I'm not saying she can't be there for everyone. There's only one of her and everything. I just don't think it came off. It was very nice for her.
I mean, just having that moment where, and then it takes the time to have the fan talking to the camera about how that's more so. If it had not had the fan reaction to her being there,
which I had seen.
Oh, had you? Okay.
iHeartRadio.
So
before.
If it didn't have that, I would agree completely. But I think that having that epilogue of the fan being so emotional, I think that is what really endeared me to her, more so than certain things with Taylor Swift and Miss Americana. But I think that's just what you're choosing to show.
Yeah. Again, I think it comes down. I don't think there's any storytelling with the 5'2". But even down to the name. Even down to the name. What?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's the storytelling is not.
It's terrible. Keep her in the studio with Mark Ronson and just watch what unfolds, and fine. Especially with such a big personality, maybe keeping it down to her truest form or whatever.
Yeah,
and also other stuff just didn't come off quite well either. Like, oh, I'm only gonna wear the things they chose to harp on versus what occurred, maybe, however subjectively, just made it seem less genuine. For instance, the fan's gonna like me even though I'm just wearing, black and white or whatever. But she didn't just wear black and white. She wore far less clothing than the majority of people, right? You know what I mean? Which is fine, do your thing, but whatever. And she just seems so distant, which again is fine, but I just don't understand your message. Like when she took her top off when she was talking to a bunch of people, you should ask. You should just ask. And not breastfeeding.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying. It's just that I mean, she's like, it's just more comfortable. Which if a man took his shirt off in a meeting, you'd also be like,
I think
I know, but
no. I mean, I'm saying, I think yes, the storytelling, so to speak, is not brilliant, but it's
I don't think it's coherent.
But also at the same time, I think that the way that it's shot, maybe not necessarily edited, but more so, how they're shooting certain sequences, I found that it to be more of a, doesn't have to be relatable, more of a loose kind of objective look, whereas it felt like the way that Miss Americana was told was much more calculated and trying to hammer in something.
It was
whereas
not calculated.
I think it's very calculated.
Okay.
But I think in this, it's more of a
interesting.
It's more of a just
what is a calculated documentary? What do you mean? They didn't put out a banana peel for her to then slip on. So what do you mean?
What?
What do you mean by calculated?
What they're choosing to show and how much time they're willing to spend in things. It feels. I think that they're like, why not in Miss Americana? And I know it's not dealing with all the same issues that we talked about. Why not deal with her, the fact that she's sued fans and sued people like that? Why not show the less friendly parts about her career? That's the stuff where Taylor Swift fans are completely.
She's not being interviewed really in this movie very much. Okay, it's not interview back to footage, okay? It's an observation. The point of the movie is that she's grown a lot as a person. The point is she's not perfect, nor should she have to be. She's becoming who she wants to be. This is the whole thing.
Yes, no, I agree. But at the same time, it's saying...
It didn't show all her listening parties either. It didn't show her giving money to tuition to people either.
Right.
It's not about that. Those are such on surface things both ways, and we all know that stuff. So the thing you're accusing the movie of relying on is common knowledge. Is the same thing. It doesn't.
Showing. Yes, I agree that the idea is no one's perfect, regardless of where you are. I think that's fine. I think that was choosing to show purely where she started out and how she's grown as a person. But at the same time, I think having something like having sued fans, I think that's just as much a part of her, and they're choosing not to show that. So her journey is more relatable to people. Because I think if they put that in there, you would have been like, oh wait, is everything that we've just seen, should I connect with that as much? I think that there would have been a more well-rounded vibe to it. Whereas in this, again, it's doing different things. I'm not comparing the two like that. I think the way that this is shot, this
doesn't look down on Lady Gaga for a second. Everything she does that's weird is like, kitschy and
which I'm not saying.
Just let me say one thing about what you're saying about Taylor Swift.
Please.
Okay, it's about Taylor Swift precisely. It's not about her in relation to her fans, because again, it doesn't talk about a listening party and all that stuff, and it doesn't even talk about her on Tumblr or whatever she does and any of that stuff. Okay, it's about her journey as a human to become the better version of herself, and the reason that it has taken so long to do so. So the whole idea of being insecure and not feeling worthy enough, etc., could all go into the idea of her identity being taken by other people as well. Okay?
And
it's true. As a fan, it is kind of... I appreciate that there are laws about that. It's kind of weird to sell... this is the thing.
What?
It's weird if you're a fan of someone. It's like, okay, this is a totally different example, but this is something that really grinds my gears, is all the Bernie stuff being sold, and then none of it goes to the campaign. Okay?
Right.
It's not dissimilar.
Right. No, that's fine. But and just to use a personal example, let's say they made a documentary about Billy Joe Armstrong, and they were showing his growth as a person from this very rebellious kind of carefree punk to this very renowned, prolific musician. And if they had taken the time, if they had shown big parts of his life and how that feeds that final point, if they had left out the scene where he's on stage blaring at people saying, I've been around since 1987, screw you, blah blah blah, I think that would have been an issue, because it's like, okay, for someone who's not completely on her side or on his side, excuse me, having scenes like that where you may not like the person, I think that is important.
But you already had scenes where you didn't like her, just as a person.
But
that's the scale the movie's on.
But more objectively unlikable things. I don't like that. Like for example, with Billy Joe Armstrong, I don't like that he did that, and I think that even whether you're
some people would though, and
whether,
then again, it's
whether you're
different.
a diehard fan of his or not, or don't know anything about him, I think that that's a very stark look at someone, and I think that it's important to have parts of.
But that is not. That is subjective. That behavior is subjective. People for a very long time have loved. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll and everything. Okay, people have loved that. Musicians wreck their guitars every night. That's since the birth of rock and rolldom.
Purely having the choice to include something like that's more so what I mean. It's of course it's always open.
It's not Bandersnatch. What do you mean having the choice to include something like that?
No, choosing to include something or not in a film that may cause people to look differently at a person they may idolize or something, that it would create more of a gray look at the person regardless of what they're doing. I think if they had made a documentary about him and they had not chosen to include that, whether people love it he did that or not, having the choice to include more ambiguous things about someone's personality that could feed where they've gotten to be as a person, I think is important. And I don't know.
That's also business. Yes, she makes money. She can't. Yeah. It's her brand that she's built.
And so that's where it feels more like I'm protecting my brand. It's not here's.
And why shouldn't she?
But that makes her feel more.
Why shouldn't she?
But that makes her feel less relatable, because here I'm building up my brand. It's not. It's more. I'm protecting.
What if somebody put out a podcast that had the exact? It was called like The Movie Buds.
Great name.
And it had the exact setup as our show. Would you not be upset?
If they're different people and doing
my tushy Serious?
I've listened to a ton of documentaries that have a loose, relaxed movie structure.
You mean podcast?
What did I say?
But that's not called the Movie Buds.
If they were called the Movie Buds,
and they opened the show by saying, "How the heck are ya?" And it had all whatever segments we have, which are fairly loose to be fair sometimes. But like if it had picks of the week.
Yeah, but that's a direct copy. That's not. What are you trying to argue here?
Intellectual property exists, especially physical. It exists. It's a thing.
I think
Tom Petty freaking did it to Sam Smith.
Yeah, I'm saying
didn't hurt Sam Smith, even though it's the same song. So whatever. It's
just that with a star that is so big, I think that it's important to have things that are more ambiguous to how people may view them. So that way, people who may not be entirely diehard fans of hers, choosing to include not as much of the gray areas of her life is an issue with, because again, it's just showing, here, look what I've overcome, look what I've done, this is my brand. And I think her motivation to purely protect her brand is just not as relatable. That part feels more like, here, I'm a huge star, I'm protecting the perfect image of me, and so here I'm going to do the documentary in this way. That makes it feel calculated, and that makes it inherently less interesting.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Whereas, and now I'm not saying that this is comparable in that way, because it's not dealing with those issues. And so I'm not saying I like Gaga.
Doesn't deal with any issues.
This is no high art by any means.
Chaos is a far easier than to try to. She's trying to share what she's dealt with to make it easier for you to deal with your stuff, and to show that you can do it, and that's worth it, even if it doesn't work out.
Sure. I'm not thinking that 5'2" is setting out to do those things. I think that just as again, sitting on my couch watching it, I there were certain parts of it that I just found more interesting, whereas as a whole, I found Miss Americana less interesting. But again, that's just how you connect with the person, and that's, I'm not saying one way or the other. Like it's just a enjoyable slice of life at a pop star to me. I don't think it's trying to do anything crazy, and that's fine when it comes to a movie like this. It's just a meandering 90-minute look at someone. I think it did the job well, which again, the bar was very low, but I think I enjoy that more.
Yeah, understandably so.
So, yeah. Anything else about?
Nah, it's just kind of annoying. Or even center on her
I mean, I agree.
Chronic pain or something, if you're gonna, because the only time she's crying, she hurt someone. But yeah, so pick an avenue. That's all I'm saying. You got lots to work with.
That's about it for me. I'm spent.
I just burp into the mic. That's gross. Sorry. Yeah.
I think Braden used to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, out of 5, Chloe, it's a 4 for me.
I honestly what do I give it? Let me think about it. I gotta close my eyes for a second on this one. What do I give this movie? Okay, I got it. When you go to a party with one of your friends. Oh no, I have a really good what I give it. Okay. So I was actually just texting my friend Mary. Well, she was texting me, and I didn't want to be that person. So I was texting her about plans that are very, within the next couple hours. But this one time I went to. So Mary is the best. She's a little down now. At this moment. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just not now. Previously.
Oh.
This is my anecdote, which is also my rating.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So this was a while ago. It's all good.
Okay.
But
I'm glad you're back.
We tend to have kind of weird experiences together. We enjoy it very much. We just go and do random things, and also random things come and find us a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a very Chapel Hill thing, very southerny kind of weird stuff we do and happens to us. Yeah. Again, I think I said this last time. We're like the very lame, yes, perfect No, not Yes Perfect. What are they called? Yes Theory. We're the very... I got Dude Perfect and Yes Theory. I never watched Dude Perfect, but I know it's a thing. But anyway, so sorry. So we're like the very lame Yes Theory, basically. So I was at Shabbat dinner, naturally, where all fun evenings begin, right? And I was trying to leave quietly, as I tend to do. And then I got cornered, not cornered in a bad way, you know, as it were, socially cornered.
I hope not.
Socially cornered as I was trying to exit out by these guys who I know very well. And they're like, I'm like between the like young professionals, like the more grown young people and like the young people. So I'm like in a weird place. Especially since my sister lives in Cary now and everything, so she doesn't really go same place, you know. So I'm like by myself now. This is one of the first times we're back. We're back to the past, okay? Back to the future. So I'm like by myself. Oh, that was sad. Okay. Anyway, and they're like, oh, we always go somewhere after. I was like, oh, I'm being led into the grown-up group. This is weird, right? Mm. I didn't know about this. So they were going to the barcade that's near the Chabad house. It's like off Franklin Street. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Is it the Baxter? I always get confused.
I think so.
Anyway, so they were going there, and I was like, oh, okay. And I just kind of like had to. Like, I didn't have to, but I felt like I had to, right? I was like, this is weird. And I texted Mary, and I was like, yo, you want to go to the barcade with me and a bunch of Jews that I'd never really talked to?
Right.
And she was like, what? And I was like, please. And I was like, it'll be funny. And she was like, oh, because also one of them was kind of into me. And I was like, And she was like, and everyone's into Mary. So I didn't look forward enough to her for that one. But basically, the interaction between everyone there, like me not really knowing them, Mary not really knowing that I didn't really know them. None of us, Mary didn't know anybody. Nobody knew Mary. They were like, who's she? And I was like, I'm not going to be here by myself. And then they went to the second location. And we were like, we cannot go to the second location. But also we had like... Mary and I love Harry Potter. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't.
So I think we seemed too excited because one of them had like a... this was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No offense to him. But he had a Death Eater tattoo. And I was like,
God.
Avoid. But then he said he was like a Gryffindor or something. Or a Ravenclaw. I was like, what? Okay, so that's that on that, right? Huh. But basically, you start talking about Harry Potter. We get very excited. So we seemed more excited than we were to be there. You know what I mean? Mm. Which was it, because we're talking about Harry Potter. Yeah. So then they're talking about going to a second location. We said, a second? What's up? What? Basically, Mary and I just wanted to play games, right?
Of course.
And Mary got free alcohol. It's like, what more do you want, right? I like arcade games. Mary likes free alcohol. It's great, right? We said, second location? No. And we're both like, how do we get out of this? Because also we're girls and we're not allowed to say no to things, right? So that's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, so anyway, so we were like, and so then we pretended, and they're perfectly nice people. We just didn't want to be there anymore, you know?
Right.
And I don't do that stuff. I don't drink. I don't like going out and, I don't know, staying in a room with music, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean? Meh. What do I want with that? Mm-hmm. So we didn't know what to do because the second location was literally staying in a room with music and stuff like that, filled to the brim with college students. Yeah. You know? And then these young professional Jewish people I've barely talked to, right? And so we were like, I was like, Mary. I was like, oh, yeah. And so she pretended that she forgot her ID at the barcade once we had basically gotten to the other location. So we're like, we gotta go back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then one of the guys was so nice. He was like, you guys shouldn't like walk by yourselves, whatever, to go get it. He was like, I'll go with you. We were like, oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine. But, like, he was genuinely being nice. We were like, oh, God, right? How do we get out of this? And so we were like, oh, no, don't worry about it. And he's like, you sure? Yeah, we're sure. And then Mary happened to park in the parking lot, basically, like, parking deck, basically right across from the place they were at. So we were like, what do we do? So we did this whole big loop around to get back to our car.
This is quite a review.
Like, parkour so that they wouldn't see us getting into the car, right? So it's just that kind of mess.
Oh, so you accomplished it. It all
yeah,
went
we
well?
left.
It all they didn't see you or anything?
We don't know. I don't think they remembered anyway. I can't remember. I think one of them, we said, oh, are you kidding? Oh, that's right! We didn't know why these two, Death Eater and the other one, who looks like Andrew from Worth It, if you've ever seen that show, literally just like him. That's all I can think when I see him. Happened to be walking randomly. They weren't at that place either. And we said, were they looking for us? They think we got, like,
kidnapped?
Snatched. That's what Megan Miller said. They think we got snatched because we didn't return? Because we saw them just walking around. We said, oh my God. No, that was actually very funny. But in short, the rating itself is just us standing in the middle of that barcade, out of quarters, not knowing what to do.
Huh.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, let's move on. Should we talk about that new Hamilton movie?
I just don't get it, Henry. I don't get it.
What about
I
it?
think they should have just put it out already, for God's sake.
Oh, yeah.
They're waiting a year and a half? For what? I don't get it. I just don't get it. They didn't put any work into it.
Yeah. So
Ali brought up the good point. They've had it forever.
Right.
It's not like it's in it.
Yeah, so Disney has acquired the rights through a $75 million
Whoa.
purchase.
From Lin-Manuel?
To make a Hamilton film that is coming out in October of 2021.
To put out the film that already exists. It's just a stage recording.
Yeah, release it, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But the movie has already been shot.
In one eevening.
Yeah. And so I don't understand the long wait. I kind of understand it a little bit, but maybe there's a conflict with I don't know.
Allison said that she thought it might be because they didn't want to deter people from getting tickets to the show.
I could see that.
And I said, but Allison, everyone already has known the music forever. Everyone knows it's not the original cast anymore.
Yeah, well,
they're still getting tickets.
I could see the white suits getting a little or white. I don't know. We call it white collar. No white suits. White collar people getting a little. Oh, you
mean fancy people?
Yeah, getting. I mean the corporate people getting a little.
Oh, sure.
We're not gonna risk anything, any profit loss. So
dividends or whatever. I don't know what that word means, but it fits. I'm sure.
I could see that happening.
Statistics.
So, but yeah, that is coming in 2021. $75 million to buy that thing.
Dumb why they're waiting.
Crazy, yeah.
I don't get it. It's such a Disney move. Oh, we did no work for this, but we're going to make it all as complicated and ridiculous as possible.
Yep.
$75 million. They going to put it in theaters? What do you think?
I would think so.
I bet.
That's where
cool.
the big money would be.
I guess. Who even knows, honestly? Money's all fake anyway.
True.
Netflix is $80 billion in debt. Mm-hmm. Or 100. Is it 80 or 180?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous, is what it is.
Yeah.
That's something I can always say. Always, Henry. Always. If there's one thing I can say about the success of my life, well, guess what? I'm less in debt than Netflix. So, and so are you.
Thank you.
Listener. And also Henry.
Listener. Yeah.
Collectively, all the film buddies are less in debt than Netflix.
Yeah.
So there.
Cool. Well, I guess, is that any other news?
We also have less money, so that's confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be presumptuous, film buddies, sorry.
If we were 80 billion in debt, we could have done some pretty good investments on the show. Gotten some pretty top notch.
I think those would be bad investments.
We could have bought our own studio, all that stuff.
You mean for $80 billion?
Yeah. That's about what they cost.
I mean, we'd only use a little teeny bit of it and then also try to, stop all the bad things.
Yeah.
But I read a very good book called Winners Take All, which talks about philanthropy and stuff and the downfalls.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else, Chloe? News-wise?
I feel like we should save The Gentleman till you see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Except, I know how this is going to sound, but whatever. My mom sent me this article, it's like the Washington Post or something, about how the gentleman is anti-Semitic. Firmly disagree over here. As a very sensitive, Jewess, firm disagree. You're allowed to have mean Jews with glasses, okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Then there was a nice, basically the favorite character was a Jew, and they tried to say that Jew was only there to make it secret that they put the mean Jew in there to be a mean Jew. I said, are you kidding me? This movie's about everybody's god awful.
Yeah.
Everybody's terrible. It's the point of the movie. Arguably, the only nice person is Jewish, but apparently that's a trap. I didn't understand that at all.
I'll have to check it out.
It's very stupid. Check out The Gentleman.
Okay.
It's great. Also, I knew that before going into it, so I was really on the lookout, upset about it. I was like, oh, no.
All right. Cool.
And I didn't tell my Aunt Cindy, with whom I saw it, because I didn't want her to be upset. But no, nothing about that. I didn't see it. It was such a good movie. Can't wait. Can't wait to talk about it.
Okay, well then, are there any other picks of the week for you, Chloe?
What have I watched? No, you go first. I can't think of anything I've watched.
Well, I watched... I've been rewatching a little bit of The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, which is still fantastic. And I also watched the making of documentary on Netflix about it, which is called The Crystal Calls.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's if you enjoy any kind of behind the scenes look at
oh my god, little puppets!
At puppets, fantasy and costume design, all of that, it's worth checking out.
Oh, that's on my watch list. That was on my watch list before Dark Crystal. Because I prefer to see little puppets being cute, as you well know, from unfortunately having seen a lot of movies with me.
I enjoy it.
Puppets in or out, like Archie Yates. Is that his name? From Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
If I spot that kid from across the street, I've peed my pants.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
And so that was, if you enjoy anything like that, I would check it out for sure. And that's on Netflix as well. And then, let's see. I feel like there's something else here.
Henry, I think I got nothing, which seems not right.
And, I did rewatch Dark Phoenix, the X-Men movie from last year.
The fan favorite.
Yeah, and I maybe liked it slightly more this time around, but still, it's not as bad as the Brett Ratner one, but it's still not amazing, I don't think. The score, however, Hans Zimmer's score, so good. There is a good, the sequence where they fly up in the ship into space, amazing score. Check it out. I don't mind Sophie Turner. I don't know if she's amazing, but I think she's okay in this.
I can tell you she's not amazing. I can tell you that.
I think she's fine in this, and so I don't really have that criticism. It just feels a little... It's written and directed by the guy who wrote a lot of the most recent ones, and this is his...
Did he write Numero Trace? The worst one?
No, I don't believe so. I think he started with Days of Future Past and then did Apocalypse and this one.
I watched this really upsetting thing. I watched this guy on YouTube who's very good. I don't know his name. Sorry. Maybe I'll tell you and you'll put it in the notes at some point. Probably not today because, I don't know how to find him.
Okay.
Even though I subscribed because I liked what he said. I was so upset because he oh my God. He's not obnoxious. He's pretty chill about everything. But he highlighted the fact that every woman in Days of Future Past... No, not Days of Future Past, I'm sorry. First Class is at some point in their underwear. Every single one. I said, oh my... Everyone with a speaking role. I said...
It's Matthew Vaughn.
Fudging heck.
Yeah.
Which middle school Chloe went to notice. And guess what? That's part of the problem I'm telling you about.
Sure. And hey,
my headphones fell off.
First Class is one of my least favorites.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Well, I liked it, and I can't watch it ever again. Jesus.
It's still got some all right moments, and I think that the main cast is still pretty good. They're just not in it nearly enough. A lot of the new faces aren't as interesting, and so like people like Michael Fassbender,
Anima McAvoy,
and James McAvoy and Jennifer Lawrence, they're all kind of at the background, and it's just not as interesting with the younger, newer faces.
Can I give you a hot take?
Please.
I'm team, as far as Mystique, I'm team Rebecca Romaine Lettuce.
Oh, she's good. Oh, yeah, she's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Is that it? No. It's like a reject drag name, Rebecca Romaine Lettuce. It doesn't work.
No. Other than that, just been watching Columbo, as I told you,
Letitia Iceberg.
I'd keep going, but...
Letitia Romaine? Maybe. I mean...
We'll see. Time will tell.
It's one of my friend group's favorite pastimes. If that doesn't surprise you.
Interesting.
Like Kaylee Connor and I, is all we do. Yeah. We've had some good ones.
Oh, Kaylee messaged me on Instagram asking, why do you guys have like 5 podcasts? And I was just like,
sorry, overachievers.
yeah, sorry about that.
Dang.
But I was like, oh, hey, Kaylee.
You should say, why do you have 5 cats?
I haven't talked to you in a while. I was like, how the heck are you?
Why do you have 5 cats? Because cats are great, is the answer.
Of course. We didn't have that talk. Maybe next time.
And 4 of them are her roommates, to be fair. But they all sleep on her bed. She got a new bed. She got a queen-size bed, so...
Oh, good for them.
They all in there. One of them has 3 legs. No, is that true? Is that a lie?
I don't know.
Crap.
Stay tuned
No,
for that.
bum leg? Bum leg or 3 legs.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking as a bum leg myself. I mean, 3 legs is still more than I have. So, who am I? You know?
Right. All right. Well, I guess that about does it for the show. So...
The Gentleman is the thing I watched. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Here we are. Also, I was sick. I know I watched stuff. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
But I was sick, That's probably why I can't think of it. In one ear, out the other. When you're ill.
Yeah, well, next week on the show, Birds of Prey. It's
Big moment.
Finally happened.
Wow.
And so that, and if we can do The Gentleman, we can do that. But I'm not, just depends on people's schedule and all that.
Yeah. I've seen it.
That's true.
And usually...
Depends on my schedule.
I'm the cog.
Right. So but Birds of Prey, either way.
It's my nickname.
We'll let you know. And...
Oh, so excited.
Yeah. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about Ewan McGregor's wardrobe. Also, oh, God. Well, no, he's nice. He's nice. It's not his fault that it was right next to my bedroom at 2 a.m. My sister's friend Sadir's in the movie.
That's right.
He's a DJ, and all my sister's DJ equipment was in the room next to my bedroom. And so that was why I was upset with... It's not Sadir. He was very nice. But the noise that kept me awake.
Right.
I didn't love.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
2 separate things. But I'm excited for that. He's been on like Vogue covers,
Really?
other countries, all kinds of stuff.
Wow,
yeah.
that's
Very
great.
Cool. Yeah, he's in other stuff too. I don't remember.
All right. Well, yeah. So we hope we enjoyed the show, Chloe. As always, thanks.
Thank you, Henry.
Sorry things got heated again.
That's what this is for.
That's true.
What the heck? Demonetized.
Yeah, but just know that you're great.
You're too, Henry. I'm not upset.
Oh, thanks so much.
I hope you're not upset, Henry.
I was worried, Chloe.
That you're upset?
No, that you were upset with me.
Why?
Because you came across that way. I mean,
Oh!
No. Before we go down that rabbit hole, I'm saying that was my impression. That's not that I thought you were. That just I was worried, or that I upset you. That was my worry.
Well, somehow I can still stand. I wouldn't worry.
We're
Henry.
sitting though, but let's wait.
can.
Let's wait and see
what happens
when we finish. So. But anyways, yeah, and make sure to check out Music Buds if you haven't yet. Stay tuned on social media at Film Buds.
Any of my Jewish producer boyfriends.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I love Mark Ronson. I'm sorry. And I love Jack Antonoff. Mm-hmm. But I just always have loved Mark Ronson. Basically, if Rashida Jones has dated them,
Yeah. Oh, the one guy I did not like, the Panic at the Disco guy.
Brendan Urie. He's very not my
too
style.
much.
Not my
It's too
style
much.
of a guy.
Not digging the hair. Not digging it.
He was in Kinky Boots.
What is that?
Got a Kinky Boots?
You
don't know what Kinky Boots is?
No.
Guys, I'll do my best, okay? It's fine.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Talented.
Sure.
But he's always been very parallel for me personally. People have always drawn parallels between Brandon Flowers and Brendan Urie. Variety of reasons.
Sure.
Mormons came out same time. Sometimes similar outfits.
Right.
But, yeah, he's not my guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. thank you so much again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it.
A 5-foot second as much as we did.
And we'll see you next time.